Good evening, Dr. Shukla.
Yes, sir. Good evening. We will start within next 2-3 minutes. Let us everyone join. We are just waiting for.
Expert have joined, sir. Please check.
Okay, let me check with him.
Hello, sir.
Welcome, sir.
Yeah, sir. Thank you.
Shukla ji, Mahesh sir
Mahesh
have
sir,
joined.
good evening.
Good
Welcome,
evening, sir.
Dr.
Good
Mahesh sir.
evening.
We are starting within next 2-3 minutes. Let us
Yeah, sir. Sure, sir.
everyone have to join. Yes.
Sure, sir.
So where are you nowadays, sir?
Actually, I'm in Bhopal,
That's
working
great.
remotely.
Yes, yes, yes. Vaibhav sir told me about your remote working. You are active in night basically, right?
Yes, yes, sir. Correct.
So that's why we are disturbing you in evening time only. So you are habitual about this timing.
Yes, sir. This time is suitable to for everyone because many people are already working, so they got time this time. So it's good time, I think, for everyone.
Yes, sir. So you are agree with Atal's decision about organizing these sessions in evening.
Yeah, yeah. That's good. Great.
It is better for abroad people also. They
Yes,
means
right.
our two experts from USA. So
Hmm.
this evening time will be suitable for them also. They can
For
easily do the
them,
work.
it's morning time, so it's good
Yes.
for them also, right?
So okay. So we are ready to start. Privy Alka and coordinator, student
Yes,
coordinator.
sir.
So sir, with your due permission, let us start our session.
Sure, sir. Sir.
Okay, let's start, please.
Good evening to all the respected dignitaries, esteemed experts, faculty members, and dear participants. I, Nishant Shukla, on behalf of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, UIT RGPV Bhopal, warmly welcome you all to the third session of our one-week faculty development program. Today's session focuses on a topic that sits at the intersection of technology, psychology, media, and ethics, AI, and the creation of deepfakes. Deepfakes today are not just edited visuals, they are hyper-realistic synthetic realities capable of influencing public perception, shaping narratives, and even destabilizing social harmony. As our ancient wisdom reminds us, Mithya Jnanat Karen Satyam Nahi Prakashiti. In the darkness of false knowledge, truth cannot shine. This precisely captures the threat posed by deepfakes in the modern world. Now, I'd like to welcome our respected FDP coordinator, Dr. Piyush Kumar Shukla sir, Associate Professor at Department of CSE, UIT RGPV Bhopal, and co-coordinator, Dr. Rajiv Pandey sir, Associate Professor at Department of CSE, UIT RGPV Bhopal. May I now request Dr. Piyush Kumar Shukla sir to please address the gathering.
Thank you very much. So I welcome everyone in the second day of this FDP. And as yesterday you have learned a lot of things related with the title of the FDP. And in continuation of that, today is the third session will be delivered by Dr. Mahesh Gour sir. And hopefully you will learn more better things as you have learned in the previous sessions. So I will request Dr. Mahesh sir to start the session. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, sir. So, sir, please allow me to share my screen.
Yes, yes. Is it done, sir?
Yeah, let me try. No,
TV?
sir, it is still
My
not
TV is working, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, in the meantime, I'd like to introduce the expert. So
Yes, please, please.
today we are honored to have with us Dr. Mahesh Kaur, technical lead at Amantya Technology, specializing in AI, deep learning, and advanced image processing solutions. Sir completed his PhD from Maulana Azad National Institute of Technology, Bhopal, where his work focused on developing deep learning models for medical image segmentation, breast cancer detection, COVID-19 identification, and nuclear segmentation. He also served as a research associate at IIT Indore, contributing to cutting-edge research in periocular recognition, cross-spectral image matching, pre-processing, and feature extraction techniques. His career reflects a deep commitment to pushing the boundaries of artificial intelligence and using technology for societal benefit. With significant research contributions and hands-on expertise in real-world AI applications, he is a perfect guide for today's deep dive into AI-generated deepfakes. With this brief yet meaningful introduction, I now take the privilege of inviting Dr. Mahesh Kaur to lead the session. Before we begin, I request all participants to kindly note the following points. Please do not interrupt the speaker while expert or dignitary is speaking. If you face any technical difficulty, please inform us immediately via chat or DM. If a response is delayed, kindly wait patiently. Your cooperation ensures a smooth session. Sir, the stage is now yours.
Yeah, thank you. Let me start. Hopefully my screen is visible to all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So as this session is for AI and the creation of deepfake. Okay, so in this particular session, we are going to discuss points like first, I'm going to introduce the deepfake, then their applications and use cases, then different types of deepfake, and then how these deepfakes are generated, that their science and fundamental that we are going to discuss. Then after that, I'll demonstrate some codes that on that we generate some faces or uh, some swap the face, that kind of two, three things we are going to do this. And after that, at last, I'm going to discuss how we can detect this deepfake, because deepfake, that is useful always. Also, it's harmful for us. So we need to discuss those things also. So let's start with the introduction of deepfake. So I think you already aware of that. What is deepfake? So deepfake is a form of synthetical media where videos, images, audio that are generated using the AI, artificial intelligence. More specifically, here algorithms like generative adversarial networks and autoencoders, diffusion models generally used to generate this kind of medias. And these terms actually come from deep learning plus fake. So that way this deep fake is pronounced. And after that, this technology actually emerged from the academic research in the deep learning around 2014 to 2017, where a generative adversarial neural network are introduced. And that time people started, so first they started with this covering face or replacing the face of one person to the another, and then some voice cloning example is started that time. I'll show some examples. Like here, face swapping is done. You can see this is the original face, or it's a clip of the movie from where someone is replace his face. So
Nothing is visible, sir, other than this his screen. Any face or something. Nothing is visible.
okay, let me share my screen. Is it same for all, or
Yes,
let
sir.
me.
Wallpaper. Actually,
Same
wallpaper is
for
there.
also.
Wallpaper is there.
Okay. Let me. Actually, I already shared entire screen, but I don't know what's the problem. Yeah. Now how it is?
As previous, sir. No change.
Okay. I think now it's working.
Yes, it's working now, sir.
Okay. Actually, even please let me know when I switch the windows. That time also this thing will happen, because I'm trying to share my entire screen, but that is not working. So right now I'm just specifically shared this PPT. So I'll remember that mine. But if I forgot, please remind me. So what I'm discussing here. Like a few examples here, one clip from this movie. So let me play how people are or even this will also not shown to you. This video, are you able to see?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here actually you can see people just took some clips from the movie and they replaced their own face from there, and after that they generated again some videos. So that way, this is example of face swapping. Another example where people clone their voice. Uh, like this kind of example, mainly we just give some text and it will clone your voice and generate that text is read in your own voice. So I'll do this same actually with my voice. So is it audible, this voice that I played?
No, sir.
Actually, what I did, I put my samples to this. There is some APIs where we can put our sample voice and we can give some text, and top of that it can generate the voice for you. So this is just I generated voice, and this is the example of voice cloning. And after that, here you can see another example is where we can generate the synthetical avatars that can be animated to skip any scripts. So we can generate any avatar and we can just give the script and then it will play as a real video. So here again I generated one avatar of myself, and let me show you. Have you seen this video? Actually, I am a little bit confused with this. Whether are you able to see this particular videos or not? Whatever I'm
Yes, sir.
playing.
This video is visible. Yes, sir.
So here in this video, what I did, I just took my image and just given to this another app where this will generate. This generated actually this kind of video, and I just given some text, so it is just reading from there. So here, that way we can generate avatar and all, right? So we have seen three examples. One is this one is for the face swapping. Another one is this where I just clone the voice of myself, and this is the avatar that generated from the single image. And after that, I just create a video that I have shown to you guys. And after that, even people will also use this deepfake for just showing age progression or regression applied to the particular photos or videos. So here you can see the different samples of the different people, and from it is showing that age between 5 to 15 people are look like this way, and after that when they will be on 30 to 40 years, that time they look like this way. So this is again generated synthetic images. So these four all are example of the deepfake. And what is the goal of this deepfake? So the main goal is to produce the highly realistic and convincing way of like videos or images, whatever, that make the appearance as thought as person said, like when did the voice cloning, and did something they never actually did, like it's look like real. That is the main objective of this particular deep fake. And the key technology behind the deep fake is generative adversarial networks and auto encoders that we will discuss in the later sessions. And there are different application and use cases that generally use into this deepfake. So deepfake we can use for the legitimate or creative applications where, like for example, in movies or film, people will create VFS with using this deepfake. So there actually studios use deepfake technologies for de-aging the actors or bringing the keys performance back to the final scenes, debugging film into the multiple languages. Like actually we create movie into one language, and that same time we want to debug into the multiple languages. So here that lip syncing is very important. So that is also we can do with the help of this deep fake. And this will actually reduce the overall cost if we are going to reshoot that same scene. So that will cost extra. If with the same existing scene we can do this with the help of deepfake. And also many recent blockbusters have employed this kind of technique, and they have shown the great results and effective way of seamlessly they visualize this experience. So that is very useful on the many cases. And even people want to recreate the historical scenes, or even for the education purpose we can also use, like a museum educator animate the historical figure to deliver the speeches or lessons, making the historical more engaging and accessible. For example, like Mahatma Gandhi explained the Dandi March uh, in his own voice. So that will more interesting for the people who's learning about the historical data. Or maybe APJ Abdul Kalam discussing his scientific contributions using the synthetic avatar based on the historical photos. So these are the positive applications that we can use of deepfake. And another one is accessibility and personalizations, like voice cloning help to individuals who have lost their voice. So that you can generate a synthetical voice uh, and other conditions, like using this LS or other conditions where people lost their things. So we can use this voice cloning that will generate the synthetical voice for that person. So that is very useful application. Even in the personalized avatar, we can create personalized avatar So that will present virtually on the meetings or in the gaming environments or educational platform. Like I have shown my avatar, where if I want to present something and just I give the script and my avatar is already there, so that will read and present that. So it feel like really I am appearing, I will be there, but actually I will be present on the form of virtual. So that is a kind of application, and even companies also using uh, this technology, like creating multilingual corporate training where videos and educatives appear into this speak every language fluently, like multiple languages. They create same training, so people who are on the different language domain, they can use their own language and just use this. And if even another application that people are generally used to create this malicious and harmful use cases, where people use for the financial fraud or some scams, even identity theft they can do. So many harmful things people are doing with this things. Some of them are like non-consensual pornography. There, most people prevent the malicious use of involving the place people face into the pornographic content without consent. And this devastating form of the harassment, these opportunities targeting people, public figures, and young peoples. And victim experience severe psychological trauma, reputational damage, and often have no legal records. Even that political disinformation also people do with the help of this deepfake, where deepfake videos of politicians making the influential statements and policy announcement, then can spread the rapidly before being debugged. So people just create the fake videos and just create the fake news. So that will also people are using for the political their advantage. So during the elections or crisis, such manipulations media can influence the public opinion, and that is very dangerous for the everyone. Next one is this voice impersonation fraud, where criminal use voice cloning to impersonate the executives or family members or authority figures into phone scams. So you know that now people are just making the call with the help of this voice cloning, and it's look like a real people are calling to, or they just ask for some money. So that is also very problematic nowadays, you can see. So there are many scams are going on, and even some people are also using this brand and celebrity misuse, like unauthorized deepfake of celebrity endorsing the product, making the controversial statements, or appearing in the compromise sessions where damage reputations and brand values. And companies face challenge protecting their executives and spoken people's digital identities from the exploitations. So there are different deepfake type of deepfake are available. Some of them like face swapping I already shown, where this is the uh, original image where we have swapped with this image. So this is end results. So this is the face swapping example. Another one where another type is lip syncing, where some input we are giving the videos and some audios, and based on that we are trying to sync the lip of the video. So this is also a kind of deepfake. And even face synthesis and attribute manipulations, where we have given again input as an image, and after that we just create the different scenes, synthetic faces with the help of this deepfake. Like where you can see here is the childhood, young, old, emotional. Here added some weird, so that this different add some makeup, even changes the gender. So this way we generate the different face synthesis. And last one is this audio a deepfake. This is again the example of voice cloning. Now let me move to the how this thing is happened. So what is the science behind the deepfake and that AI fundamental? So as I mentioned earlier, this all media, whatever we have seen, like videos, audios, voice, all synthetic medias are generated with the help of this generative adversarial neural network. So this is, we can say, machine learning models, or more specifically, we can say it is deep models, deep learning models, where this will take it's have two major components. Like one is generator, another one is discriminator. So along with while training, we also provide some real faces, and along with it will take some random noise and it pass as an input to this generator model. And after that, it try to generate some face, and then it will compare with this real face whether it is looks similar to that real face, this generated face or not. This is my first step where generator do this, like take random noise, generate some faces, compare it with the real face. If it is not look like real face, then again adjust their weights, and after that again try to generate new faces and do this uh, step is repeated multiple times. That way will generate the synthetical images or videos. And another second part is discriminator. That main role is to discriminate between the real and fake images. So so that way, so its main, we can say, min max kind of game is going to play here. Like generator try to generate an image that will not caught by this discriminator, and discriminator always try to caught the whether this image is real or fake. So we can see generator try to make fool to discriminator, and discriminator try to identify which one is real image and which one is false image. So that way this overall architecture is going to work. And I'll give you some more details, like what is the GAN. GAN actually developed by this good fellow in 2014, and they can generate the new realistic data such as image, faces, audios, and voice. These are the main application of this GAN model. And GAN model learn the underlying data distributions and create the synthetical sample that look like real. That is the main key idea behind the GAN models. And actually in this, as I mentioned, there are two networks, like one is generator, another one is discriminator, as I have shown here. This is the generator, and second one is discriminator. And generator just create fake data, and discriminator just check whether this given data is real or fact. So we can say it's kind of classification model. So that will try to just distinguish between the real and fact. So both networks train simultaneously using the min-max game theory. Like its generator always try to generate as a real images, and discriminator always try to differentiate between these real and fake. And how this GAN models works. So a generator just takes some random noise, as I shown to that block diagram. So we can say just produces synthetic images. Okay. And after that, discriminator receive those, discriminator will receive two images. One is real one, another one is this fake image. So it will just, again, it's just classification kind of model, this discriminator. And discriminator output is probability, like real versus fake. And training, during the training, a D learns the distinguish between the real and fake, and a discriminator will learn these things, and generator will try to fool the D, as I already mentioned. And this process continues until generator produce the realistic samples. If initially, actually, the discriminator is very easily discriminate between these, because initial images are not real at all, because in the first iteration we're just giving the input as a random noise, and So that time it already it's very easily differentiate between this real and fake. But once the model got trained, this generator, so after that actually it's uh, able to generate the realistic samples. That time it's tough for the discriminator to differentiate between these two. So I'll show you some samples of deepfake, like uh, let's move to this first one, where you're able to see my screen, where actually I just moved to this Kaggle website.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay. So here actually again, whatever theories I have discussed about the Gyan, it's already given to in this notebook itself. Even if it's working, all are given to this. So you can go through this and you can understand. And after that, actually here, what we are trying to do in this particular, our main objective is to generate the fake faces of human. So for that, we have a data set in which two type of data we have. Like one is with mask and without mask. And let me try to show you some samples so you will get some ideas. Okay, it's very, so this is the image with having some mask on that, and some samples that is without mask is looks like this way. Yeah, so these are the some sample images of from this data set. So what we have to do, we have to just import the like different libraries from the from the TensorFlow, Keras and Keras layers, NumPy, Matplotlib, and even we are using here some OpenCV library. So we are also importing the OpenCV library. So this important library that we have imported here, and after that actually I'm just here, actually I'm processing the my data. So I'm just whatever data we have, so I'm just taking into my workspace, so reading one by one image, applying some resizing, because original image size is different and we need only that 28 by 28 size of the image. So for that I'm doing this image resizing. So this is the, we can say, data set pre-processing steps. And after that, even here you can see some sample images from the data. So these different sample images. And after that, just I have put some batch size. Just a minute. Yeah, sorry. So I'm saying here I'm just using batch size of 32 because if you use large batch size, so again it will be creating a problem, because here this data set is very huge, and even this network whatever I'm going to show you, that is also very deep neural network. So that time actually memory issue is also there. So that's why we are using small.
ఇక్కడ సంగీతం గాయం నేర్పిస్తున్నారు, ఆడ భగవద్గీత ఏం నేర్పిస్తున్నారు.
Someone is saying something. I think okay, now it's okay. So and after that I'm just here I'm defining my generator architecture. So here you can see in generator, I have just created one TensorFlow Keras sequential model in which I am just first adding this dense layer. After that, I have resaved. This is the first layer where just I am taking the random noises, and after that, or we can say input image, whatever we are giving to it. So as we know in the generator, we are just giving the noise, and that noise is also size of the same size as we are taking at the real images. Like real images are 128 by 128 by 3. So same even whenever we generating the noise image, that also be the same size. And after that, I have added like a convolutional layer. You know that convolutional layer is what? So it is perform the element by slot product within the whatever input, or we can say image pixels to the filters. So here actually 128 filter kernels or filters I am going to use here. Stride also I mentioned like 4, and padding also we are applying here. So and here actually kernel is initialized with the initial weights using this normalization weight normalization algorithm we are using here. And after that, same thing even I'm using into the different second layer. You can see again conventional layer I am using that size again 128 kernels I'm applying. Padding is also same we are applying here. And then I have added this patch normalization. So patch normalization is very important layer. Actually, it will allow us to train model faster way. Even it is also use some regularization is also it is added here. So we can say it's a prevent model from the overfitting too. And for the this one is our activation function. So here activation function is just ReLU activation function is used. And again, after that, same conventional layer of layer with the 256 kernels is used here. Again, same batch normalization and leaky ReLU activation has been used. So this is the, we can say, and the first generator side. Okay. And also here actually convolutional transpose layer is also used that will actually regenerate the samples like and ReLU, and same way actually we are repeating the multiple layers whatever we have convolutional layer, batch normalization, LICU layer, and that way we have just defined this generator models. And you can see the summary of generator models, like they are actually total learnable parameters are this much. We can say 25 lakhs, 37, or even, no, it's more than that. 2 crore, 53 lakhs, 79,847 learnable parameters are there. And after that, this discriminator, the discriminator, as I said, it will take the real image and also the generated images from the generator. So that is also, we can say it's just classification model. Even you can understand with the help of this last layer where I'm using sigmoid, and one output it is going to produce. So you can understand for the real image, it will going to produce like 1, or for the false image, it's going to predict 0. So it is going to give you the probability, and we can just apply some threshold. That way we can distinguish between the real and fake images. So here also same kind of images that we use on that generator, same images are added to this discriminator too, like convolutional layer, batch normalization, leaky ReLU, all are almost same. And even this here actually we are using less number of images with compared to this. And you can see here even number of learnable parameter is less with compared to this model. Okay. So this is the model definition of generator and discriminator. And after that, here just I'm going to display that first image. You can see this is the noise generated image, or we can say it is a initial output of my generator. I am just given random image passed to this generator. This whatever noise I have generated with the help of this random dot norm dot this numpy function, and given to this generator, and it form a kind of image, and this image is when I show this look like that. So initially there is nothing, but after after training this generator, how it will change, we'll see in the later session. So as you know that after the definition of generator numerator, now we have to define the other parameters like optimizer, which optimizer are going to use. So here RMS prob generator optimizer has been used with the learning rate of this, and even loss is binary cross entropy loss has been used here. And after that, like this, with the help of this, again, we actually, you know that in the generator has different loss and discriminator has different loss. So that is also we need to define. So in case of generator, we just simply using this binary cross entropy loss. And in the case of discriminator also actually consider both what loss of like fact image loss, even the real image loss, both loss going to be used into this case. And while combining both loss, it will just combine this loss in the discriminator side. And here actually we have just defined the training steps, how we have to, like again here every step we generate some random noise and after that this random noise going to given to this generator, and after that whatever image is generated by the generator, that going to give given into in the discriminator side, and discriminator make some output, and even also we give the real images to discriminator. So we have two output, fact output and real output, and after that it will generator we calculate the generator loss and also discriminator loss, and then after that we apply this gradient descent algorithm. That is, you know, it is very famous into deep learning as well and machine learning techniques, where we with the help of gradient descent we just optimize the loss. So this all parameter has been defined into this function in the train step, you can see. And now after that actually we have just defined plot generator image. So whatever image we have generated, that we are going to display. Okay, and here train epoch function I have just given, where I'm just giving the output of one of epoch by epoch. Okay, so here just I'm calling this train step function here, where how many iterations actually I want. So this will say we can say epoch. So for 5 epoch, I'm just going to train this model, because this model is already has been trained for the many other iterations. So I just want to show for the few iterations. Actually, I'm not running these cells because it will take too much time. You can see even time is also given here. In like first epoch itself taking 257 seconds. So when if we run for this 5 epoch, it will take too much time. So that's why I'm just whatever output I have already just run before this session. So that all given here. Once model is trained, now I'm just plotting whatever image generated by the this model. So as this is the first image, and this way actually, because this model is not trained for the too much epochs. If you want to improve the further performance, and you can train for maybe 50 or more than that. So maybe it will run for the overnight. So just actually even whatever I have trained, I just train for the 15 epochs. So that's why it is not looking that much correct. But you can see here it is able to generate some faces. Like initial input is this way. We are just giving this noise. And with the help of this noise, it is now generating some faces, right? Here you can see here 5 images are plot, 5 random noises given to this model and generate this kind of images. Okay, so finally, whatever weights that I have learned during the training, I am just going to save for the further the future uses. So this is a simple example of or demonstration of how GAN is generating the synthetic images. And using these images, even we can create our own videos, because you know that video is nothing. It's just when we put the multiple images into a frame by frame, and it will that way we can create the videos. So that we can also do generate the videos with the help of the GAN models. Any doubt or anything anyone want to discuss about this GAN architecture? Otherwise, I can move to other things. Okay, and this is overall implementation of GAN, and I'll show you another example. Here, this example of face swapping, where what I'm doing, I'll take one image and I'll take another image and I'll swap their faces. Okay, so here, let me run this. So face swapping, I already found in the examples where one person face is swapped with the another person's. So for that, we are going to implement that particular code. Okay, so here I have some sample images, like image one is look like this way, and image this is my photo. So that the 2 images I'm going to use to show this face swapping. Okay, so here just again I'm importing the different libraries, and in this cell I'm just reading both sample images like image 1 and 2 that is already stored into this database, and here I'm just applying I'm just converting image to grayscale, because whatever this algorithm consumes this grayscale images. So whatever these images are actually color images in RGB form, so I need to just convert into the grayscale. And here you can see the images. Okay, these 2 images we have, and now actually how this algorithm is works. It first just identify the area that, or we can say a portion of face where that face we want to just exchange. So here it just identify that this area that it is going to swap with another image. Both in from the both images just identify this area, and now it's just calculating the points, different points among these images. So you can see this different points that Actually, these points are made between these two images. That's why this first identify these points. And after that, this you can see that this is the marks image. It's just crop out from this photo. And here you can see now it's swap the face. So whatever image we have, like this one is image from this portion is replaced with this portion. So you can see here how this image is. Actually here there is no deep network. We are just doing with the help of simple OpenCV libraries. So there is no deep models. We just because we just want to swap the face, whatever image we already has images, and that images on that we are just going to swap the face. So that is very easy thing. You can even do with the help of OpenCV libraries. And another example of same actually here one model is there that is on the Hugging Face library. I think you know about this Hugging Face. Hugging Face is a repository where many deep models are available. There is model is available for this computer vision models are there. Even this large language models are also there. So you can use any Hugging Face. Even it's providing some code space where you can run your app also. So one face swapper app is there. There actually I have uploaded that my photo, and this is the photo is just I have cropped from one of this is the actually target photo of that is taken from that video. So I just want to swap my photo or this photo, this image. So after running this, I get this kind of output. Even you can do just add some samples, maybe different samples you can do. Even I'll show you how I did. So here actually I have already collected some images that I'm going to put here, and let me drag this image is okay. And actually here you can just submit, and once you submit, after that this is started the processing, and this way it generate some sample. Okay. And for here even we can do voice cloning. Voice cloning also we have one voice clone model on. Again, it is on the Hugging Face, where whatever you want to do, you just write text here. So like I have written text like I'm going to demonstrate the voice cloning, and just some content about the voice cloning. And after that, need to submit your sample image, sample voice. So I have just upload my voice sample there, and after submitting, again it started processing, and again it will generate some clone voice. And let so that way actually this not work properly because I don't know, this model is not that much good. But earlier whatever I have shown that sample that will taken from another application that is actually generating very good synthetic image voice cloning. So even here many other voice clone models are also available in the Hugging Face that we can do, we can use, and we can try. That is also possible. And let's I think these are the two demos I want to show you that already we have discussed. Now let me move to other things. Okay, and now let's actually, as we know that there are different things we have seen. Even we demonstrate how we can generate the deep faces or swap the faces and generate some voice with the help of this deepfake. But uh, as you know, deepfake is some have good things. Also, it's having many harmful things also. So here actually big challenge is that how we can identify this deepfake generated media. For that, we need to think about this detection and mitigation techniques too. So like we have techniques like we can just detect the anomaly detections things. So there is anomaly in this face, eyes blinking, lip sync is also not proper into this deep fake videos, and even Gyan also produce some artifact while generating the synthetic images, so that we can also detect. And even we can generate generative model trace we can do. So these are the different techniques of detections that we can apply based using this anomaly detection things. And another thing is we can even do using this CNN model. CNN model can also, it's also part of deep neural networks. So that can also use to detect the deepfake uh, media. So for that, we can do pre-processing, feature extraction, and classification. So here you can see the block diagram that we can use to detect the defect. So what we have to do when training any pre-trained CNN model like BGG, or even your custom CNN you can create, or maybe another pre-trained DenseNet. There are a number of pre-trained CNNs are available, publicly available, we can say, like BGG19, ResNet, uh, DenseNet is also very good. And many models are there. Even the Google have also proposed many models are there, Inception Net or all, so that we can use. So what we have to do initially to create this kind of model, what we have to do, we have to give a sample of real images and also the fake images, whatever videos that generated or images generated by this fake technologies, that all we need to collect. So first we have to create a data set that will contain real versus fake. So even we have to, again, this is the supervised machine learning technique. So we need to make that way. So we create one folder, and to that put all the real images, and all the fake images we need to put into another folder called fake. And after that we just train these models, and even we can create ensemble of models, like this example of create ensemble of CNNs. So here actually that original data, augmented data, what all are we are giving to these different architecture or different CNN models. And after training, whatever output it is giving, we just ensemble the output and we finally make the decisions. Because once this model is trained on the real versus fake images, then it is able to detect which one image is real and fake. Both it we can do. This is very simple model. It can be easily implemented. Like already we have pre-trained networks, so we need just fine tune those pre-trained networks. Even if you have a small data set, that can also on that also we can do a small just fine tuning, and after that it will able to distinguish between these two. And after that, this is the model based approach. And another approach, even we can use some commercial some tools and platform where some commercial applications APIs are there that will distinguish between these tools. And even while doing this mitigation and prevention, that time even while generating, we can do some watermarking into whatever media we are generating. So if someone is generating, so we can just claim this is not generated by us. This will be generated by someone else. Because big problem is that in the public domain, people generate some media and just they circulate. Even that time, we can't deny or even claim that this is generated by us or different, even generated by different people. So that for that, whatever media you generate, that time you just apply some watermarking techniques, or even you use some metadata along with that media. So on that basis, we can do this claiming of things. And even there should be some policies and to regarding that, so that can also helpful. And we can also use some practical steps for in the institutions and organizations where we can just train the staffs that can identify during the critical operations, like whenever some critical things is going on, that time whatever any video is circulated or any things is claiming, that time someone just need to visit that and look into whether that's look like real or some different. So that time we can just we can stop circulating of this kind of videos. Even you can know, even people just receive some video or some audio or some message from the WhatsApp, and they can circulate among the all other groups. So that is also very harmful. So that someone need to just look into that and need to stop that kind of circulations. That kind of preventions we can do. So yeah, I am done with my whatever I want to discuss in this particular session. If anyone want to discuss anything, please let me know. We can discuss here. Anything, any doubt is there? Anything someone want to do? Hello.
The session was very nice, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank
It
you.
was very informative and very technical also for understanding. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, actually, even I can share this code links with sir, so he can circulate among you guys also. You can just do your hands-on, just even whatever Kaggle, I'll let you again. I'll show you how this Kaggle. Even I think you know aware about this Kaggle, how it works. So it is very good platform. We can just just take copy of my whatever. Actually, I have cancelled. Okay, let me go in again to my Kaggle site. Let me just show you this one also. So you just need to just copy and edit, and after that, even all the content related to this notebook is already available to do this, like data set you want, that is also there. And after that, you just need to just plug and play, like you just click on to like cells as we run into the Jupyter notebook. That same way you can do. And here actually this good thing with this platform is that it is also giving GPUs for the, like this kind of architecture is very used and very deep. And as I mentioned, there are so many learning parameters, so that we can not do with our laptops or our systems. So for that obviously we need a GPU. So Google actually providing this kind of choices, like we have GPU T4, GPU P100, and TPU also. You can select any of these, and after that you can start executing this particular script. And even you can make like you just save and for the future uses, whatever models you train, you can just save, and after that even you can use directly from there. And it's actually with one thing is there, it's provide 30 hours of quota for limit for the 1 week. So when you executing any script, just think it should be executed within the 30 hours, then otherwise it will automatically stop. So yeah, that's it. Anything else? Anyone wants?
There are a few detection and mitigation techniques. A few, if possible, I want to know a few more if it is possible to detect or to some remedial measures if we do something wrong or if we face something, then how to get remedial measures if it is possible, other than police or something, cyber crime unit or something. Through this technical, I am asking for.
Yeah, and technical side, actually, as you know, all these images are generated with this deep neural networks, deep learning. So even deep learning is also capable to identify this generated synthetic images versus the real images. So for that, even I have whatever this diagram you can see here. I'm just again giving some overview of the implementation of deep learning models. So you know the CNN models.
Yes, sir, a little bit.
Okay, so you know that many CNN pre-trained models are available. So just go into like search on to like any Google, just text, and you will find many CNN models are there into the TensorFlow and also in the Keras side. You just take one of them, and for training those CNN models, as I mentioned, first you need to create a sample data set. Even I am saying if your data set not that much use, even you just collect 100 images of the real and 100 images of the fact, and that for using those images we can do some augmentation techniques, so we can generate some more samples, and after that we can just fine tune any of CNN model like BCG or like a dense net. So after fine tuning it, once you give any fake images, it will able to identify. It will say this is the real image and this is the fake image. So using this deep network, we can do. Even for the video also, you just take video and extract one frame, just extract multiple frame and just pass those frames to this particular model. It will say whether those frames are belongs to fake or real. That way, when we identify video also, this real or fake. So that is very easily doable things. Using that, we can do the detection thing.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Very informative session, sir. Thank you.
Anyone else want to discuss?
If there are any questions, please you can ask to sir. He is having we are having some time also because next session is around 7:30, so we are having enough time. If anybody wants to ask any question, most welcome.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, you are
Sir,
audible.
am I audible?
Yes, you are
Yes,
audible.
please.
Sir, actually, I want to ask when we are going to download the data sets from Kaggle, then there is an option for editing, or you just download the data set and then after that you are going to the Python set and then you can easily edit. I have a confusion about that.
Actually, in Kaggle, data set is, if it is publicly available, you can just directly import in your workspace and you can use
Okay.
it. No need to download. And if it is
So you
private,
can,
in that case,
okay,
you are not able to access.
there is an option that you can download, and after downloading we can easily import or export on the particular platform, right?
We can do like if you want to download and use that data set into the another platform, not into Kaggle, so you can do.
Okay. And another
even
option
I'm
is,
saying you can directly use that into Kaggle itself. No need to download.
Sir, can you please show me how to do that? If you have time, then.
We have enough time, right? So like I'll show you that there are data set you can see here. Even I'll show you my data sets. So there are many data sets that I have, image audio data set. So what I do, I'll just click this download. Then it will start downloading. There is nothing to do. If I want to use this particular data set into the in the Kaggle itself, like I'll just copy the name of this particular data set. I'm going into this particular, like again, edit and copy. So now it's starting this particular notebook, and here you can just click add inputs. So here you just put name, or even here just choose. Here are some options are there. Just a minute. Here it is saying where you want, from where you want to use like inputs, like from your work or from the different data sets, or from even model output also we can consume as a data set. Like sometime even one model we want to consume into the another notebook, so that we can also do. Even some different notebook output also we can take. So here I'm just clicking on your work, means my work. And there just I'm going to search that particular name. Even I think it's in the data set. Okay, so now I'm going to click on this plus. So after that it is added into my like here you can see in the data set already here. And if I want to download, I can download, otherwise I can use here. I'm saying there are multiple options. From there you can just use the data set. Even like as mentioned, some model output you can take, and some competition data set is there that can also be consumed here. Even some notebook output is also you can directly take. So there are a number of ways to consume the data set.
Okay, sir.
Hopefully
Okay.
you got your answer.
Yes, sir. I got it. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Anyone else want to discuss anything? For Ankita ji, just as you are discussing, so I'll show you some we can say TensorFlow applications.
Okay, sir.
We have time, so like in TensorFlow, when you just search for this TensorFlow applications, so under that there are as I mentioned, there are many pre-trained CNN models are there. So here just name like convex, con net is there, dense net is there, efficient net is there. So there are many, and how we can use that also. That function name is also mentioned here. So even I'll show you one example how these pre-trained CNN models can be used. Just let me show you this horse versus human classification. Let me see whether it is working or not. Yeah. So yeah, this is a simple CNN architecture that you can see here. Let me show you, like imports TensorFlow, and after that, actually this is created by my own CNN architecture where I just added some layers, and this layer description is mentioned here. And I don't want to show you this. I want to show you some pre-trained network that is not there in this. Okay, you can see here, like what I'm saying. If you want to import any, like in this particular script, I have imported many models. Like if you want to just import from the TensorFlow this VGG16. So what you have to do, just include like some few parameters we need to set, like include top layer as a false, because top layer we need to make false because those layers are trained for the different data sets. Because as name suggests, those networks are pre-trained. It means it is trained for the different application, and we want to use for our application. So that's why the top layer actually make those decisions or classifying uh, the images. So that those images, those top layers we don't want. That's why we make as a false. And whatever weights earlier it's learned that we need to use. So that's why we need to just mention the weight name. And after that, all things just put none. Just one, always consider this top layer as a false. And this way you just create your base model. And after that, you need to just add few new layers into that same base model. Like input layer, I am just defining like my image size is 224 by 224 by 24, channel is 3, that I need to just mention. And after that, just I have added one conventional layer, and again this whatever base model I just directly using here. And after that, I just added few more layers, and that way actually this particular example is just when we are using pre-trained network, and along with some new layers that we need to add, and after that we can just fine tune. So what it will do, actually whatever learning it's done in the previous application, that is also directly used in our application. And why we need to use some new layers, because as I mentioned, top layer we already removed from this base model. So we need to add our own top layers, and that is generally mainly used for the like this is the classification. So that will final make classification. So that's why we need to add some few top layers. Even you no need to add that this much. Even you just like remove all. Just use this much, like base model. After that, just add one dense layer, and even this base normalization layer is also not needed. Just directly use this output layer. This three layer is only two layer need to add. Hopefully you understood.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
And even like any other model you want to use, just uncomment, like for other models like Inception, Net V3. I just same way, like just I'm just whatever all things are same only. Just here I'm just changing the name of that particular, and after that all parameters are again same. Any model I can just use here in the same way. And for our case, like we want to just detect the deepfake, so we need to do some work on the data set creation side. Like we need to just create some data set. After that, we can fine tune, and then after that, it start. Anyone else? Anyone? Anything else want to discuss?
Excuse me, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Sir, often pre-trained models are very heavy to train or for testing purpose. Is there any way to make them lightweight so that they take less time for training and testing?
Actually, pre-trained network is why we are using, only because of that, because those networks we can train quickly and get good results. If you do the same task from your own model in that time, even you will take it will take too much time, or even data set is also required very huge. Then only you can do the fine tune training of that your custom model. So we can't do anything, because that much small data you need to take, and you need to fine tune, because I think you are training your model on CPU or GPU, because
I'm using Colab. I'm using Colab.
Collab, under that you are selecting
GPU, T for GPU.
okay. So that much time is always required, because actually pre-trained network solve both problem, both those two you are mentioning. Like if you go to train any CNN model from the scratch, that time you need huge data set. One thing. Another thing is that it will require large computation, because if you have many parameters, that time you are going to learn. If you are using pre-trained network, in that case actually we already freeze the some initial layers. Like while training, we are whatever model already learned, those layers we are not training. We are just training on the whatever new layers we are I think you have just take maybe you are training entire model, that's why it is taking time. Because whenever you train, that time you need to apply freeze on the initial layers, and just need to train on the top layers. So one may be the possibility where you are not freezing the initial layers and you are training entire model. That's why it may take time.
Okay, sir. Got it. Thank you, sir.
Anybody else having any queries? You can ask from sir. If any queries, please you can ask. Dr. Shukla?
Yes, yes.
Sir, lecture, sir, please mind up.
Okay, so thanks, Mahesh sir, for your prestigious and valuable time and nice session. So we are thankful to you, and now we are the next section is on 7:30 after 6 minutes. So we will join again, everyone, or be
Sure, sir.
available for next section. Dr. UP Rao sir, have you joined, sir? Have you joined the session? For the next speaker, I'm calling him. He is there, then we can start. Otherwise, after 5 minutes, there will be next session. So let us wind up, and after 5 minutes, we will start next session. Thank you very much, Ms. Go, sir.
Yeah, welcome,
Thanks,
sir.
Mahesh,
And
sir. Thank
to
you.
all. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, all audience. They are just listening patiently, even they're interacting. So it's good overall experience for me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
All participants, please fill the feedback form for this session.
Thank you, sir, for nice session.
So after 5 minutes, we will start another session. If you want to be available silently, only 5 minutes are there.
Dr. Shukla, are you here?
Within few minutes, we are starting next session. Dr. UP Rao sir is just joining the session. So just wait for 2-3 minutes. Within 1 minute, we are starting the session. Our expert is having some problem to join the session. He is just trying, and within a few minutes, we are starting the session.
Hello, I'm audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes, sir.
Sorry
Yes.
for
Well,
sorry for the delay because there were some issue with the internet as well as the joining with the link.
no issue, sir. No issue at all.
Uh,
You're most welcome, sir.
so hope you are able to see my presentation.
Yes, yes, sir. It's there. So, should we start session, sir?
Yes.
Okay, please start the team.
Vaibhavi, you can start the session.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening to all the respected dignitaries, esteemed expert and faculty member and dear participants. I am Vaibhavi Tiwari from the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, UIT RGPV, Bhopal. Warmly welcome you all to Day 2, Session 4 of our one-week faculty development program. Today's session is based on and very important and highly relevant theme, cybersecurity measure and detection and prevention. In the present digital world, cyber threats are increasing rapidly. Ensuring the safety of our data, privacy, and digital identity has become essential. Cybersecurity helps us protect ourselves from hacking, fraud, and misuse of information. As Asian wisdom reminds us, Satarkata Jivane Rakshika. Alertness is the protector of life. Before we move ahead, I would like to invite our FTP coordinator, Dr. Piyush Kumar Shukla, Sir, Associate Professor, Department of CSE, UIT RGPV, and co-coordinator, Dr. Rajiv Pandey, Sir, Associate Professor, Department of CSE, UIT RGPV. I would like to welcome Dr. Rajiv Pandey, Sir, to please enlighten us with some wise word.
Thank you. I all of you, I welcome all the participants and our esteemed expert for today's session, Day 2, Session 2. Dr. Udai Pratap, sir, Associate Professor from Department of Computer Science Engineering, NIT Patna, and his valuable lecture we are all waiting today. So, shall I start, sir? I request Dr. UP Rao, sir, to start the session.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm very much thankful to the organizer of this FTP, Professor Shukla and Rajiv Pandey, for inviting me and giving me the scope and the chance to share my thoughts. So here, hope I am audible, still audible. Yes?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. You're audible,
Yes,
sir.
yes. I will be talking on the cybersecurity measures, detection and prevention. This is the one topic as a part of the ongoing FTP. And the FTP topic is very much emerging nowadays. Like if we talk about the deepfakes, so everywhere like there is the discussion how we can detect and how we can prevent all those kind of the deepfakes. So there can be some security threats because of the deepfake. So that is to be also considered, and all those security threats need to be considered, and what could be the preventive measures might be there. That is, all those need to be also taken care. Because deepfake, like you might be knowing the what is the deepfake. So everybody is having the knowledge. The deepfake is a piece of synthetic media such as the video, audio recording or image that has digitally manipulated using the AI to convincingly mimic the real people actions or the speech. So that is very much that could be the definition of the deepfake, but now has been immersed while creating the some fake audio, fake video to claim the identity of the someone or the to be appeared as a legitimate. So, looking to this topic, I will be trying to cover the core part of the cybersecurity. So, sometimes I will try to relate with the deepfake, what could be the preventive measures, and what could be the threats because of the deepfake.
So moving ahead, this is the agenda about today's presentation, introduction, and the basic task to secure the information, understanding the attackers' profiles, common security approaches, security measures, and prevention, detection and the prevention. And as I told you, like time to time, I will try to relate with the theme of this FDP. So we know the in the true sense, this could be the one basic scenario here. We can see the many possibilities are there where the information leakage is there. Sometimes like there can be the attack, could be the attack that could be the active attack that is going to hamper the entire communication, and maybe the attacker is able to intercept the message that is being transmitted from one node to the another node, and maybe like while having the scope of the key, the data could be the decoded. So once decoding is done, so it could be the information can be manipulated. So lot many things are there if we talk about this true sense of cybersecurity, where we can notice the several frauds, maybe the financial frauds or some other. And the measure could be the case of social engineering that is very much popular nowadays. Even though you can see in the during the COVID, the one attack was very much popular. That is known as the phishing. So phishing attack that time it was very much common, and it was observed by the everybody. So here we can see the if we talk about the deep fakes, so it can introduce the many security breaches, primarily by enhancing the traditional cyber attacks like the social engineering, phishing,
Sorry
and
to
the
interrupt you, sir, but your slides are not moving. Only first page is visible to everyone.
this one slide,
Yes, sir.
title page you're talking about that is
Yes, sir. It is the page that is visible to all.
so now it is changing.
No, sir.
सर प्लीज इसको स्लाइड शो में कर दीजिए.
Just a minute.
Start slideshow. Yeah, full screen, sir.
It is there, I think. Let me stop sharing and then again I can share. Just a minute.
It's moving now, sir. Also, your video is not visible, I think, in my mobile it was.
The video is not like I have muted the video. Just a minute.
Okay, no problem, sir. No problem. Thanks.
Yes, the screen is shared, sir. PPT is also visible.
Now it is moving.
No, sir. Start slideshow, sir. From the slideshow, just start slideshow.
Slide control is there.
No, from the top slideshow is there. You just press that button from beginning. It will start moving.
So there are several buttons: audio, video, participant, chat, share, pause, layout, annotated, slide control, show meeting, more.
Sir, in the title, you just can see in the PPT, Microsoft PowerPoint, there is slideshow on the top. Slideshow, just press that slideshow. Yeah. Yes, slide. Yes, slideshow from beginning.
From beginning.
Okay.
Now it is changing.
Just wait. It's I think end the process. Right. Now change the slide, sir.
Yes, I have done. I don't know why it is not happening.
I am seeing the screen agenda.
So
next slide, just click on.
Yes.
Presently it is agenda.
No, I have changed. I don't know why it is happening.
Not it's on the fixed on the agenda slide, I think. Just click on the side PPTs which you are yes. Just click on that. You can from there it can come, sir. It's now changed. Introduction, basic scenario.
Now it is changing.
Yeah, changing, sir, changing.
But
Okay.
once I go for the full screen, no, so then it is not happening.
Sir, just press the button. There नीचे सर है ना 60% लिखा हुआ है. उसके बगल में बटन दबाओ, उसको प्रेस कीजिए.
It was done, but if you see like it is changing, not changing.
Not moving.
Not moving. No?
Yeah, we can see from the slide, sir. Just change the slide from there. From the thumbnails, we can see that slide.
Let me.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
From the thumbnails,
Yeah, it's changing now. Yes. It's working now.
So I'm not making it full screen. If I go for the full screen, then it is not
So
happening.
it is okay, sir. You
Changing.
can go from this here also. It's okay.
Okay. So as I mentioned, the deepfake can introduce the many security breaches. So primarily by enhancing the traditional cyber attacks like the social engineering, the phishing, and identity theft. So these are the major concern if you talk about the social engineering, because of the phishing might be the example of the social engineering. But if you talk about the deepfake scenario, so as I mentioned, what threats do the deepfake pose? So because of the deepfake, what are the possible threats can be originated? So here the possible threats are, if you see, that is the social engineering. So that is the one aspect of considering the attack scenario. So here the social engineering, the social engineering, how we can define. So social engineering, it is all about the manipulating the psychological, that is the manipulating the people mind, in order to convince them to share some confidential information or acting in a way that compromises the security. So there are the several examples of social engineering. The phishing might be the one aspect of initiating the social engineering, and here the deep fake, because of the deep fake also. So there is the possibility the social engineering kind of the attacks can be originated. So the people can create the fake videos, fake audios, and some other images. So in order to convince the people to originate some kind of the attacks. So here identity theft is the one major aspect. So if you take the example of identity theft, so here it is also originated because of the deepfake. And what could be the some security measures? So based security measures for the identity theft could be the authentication. Okay, so here if we have the a good kind of the authentication, the two-factor or the multi-factor authentication. So here to prevent the kind of the attacks, we can go for the multi-factor authentications. But if you see, as I mentioned about the how, second thing is how we can how can deepfake attacks be prevented? So the prevented the deepfake attacks. If you talk about the one organizations so there can be the employees. And the major aspect, major components of this preventing the attacks are, so one is the processes and the personal training. So here there could be the internal communication protocols and all those protocols, because the communication protocols are required. So all those, because that is going to be helpful for sharing some data, confidential data. So here the internal protocol must be resilient and keep employees on the right track of and because they are going to handle some sensitive workflows. Okay. So this means the verification such as the multi-factor authentication that is to be widely accepted. So this multi-factor authentication, if you talk about the single factor, so here the password-based authentication is there. If it is compromised, then go for the two-factor, the one is the password, another is the OTP. But if we want to strengthen the security of such kind of the applications, we can go for the multi-factor. So we can add some more factors in existing form of the authentication mechanisms, like considering the biometric scanning of the face, iris scanning. All those can be considered. And then that kind of the mechanisms will be considered the multi-factor authentication, and that is going to prevent such kind of the attacks which are originated because of the deepfake. Because the deepfake, so that means the people are creating the some kind of the fake videos, fake audio, and the fake images, and all those can be produced in a such a way that is pretended to be the legitimate, but all those are not pretended to be legitimate. So in order to prevent the such attacks, we can have the multi-factor authentication, and that is very necessary. And then the overall the communication might be secure, because the authentication it is to be done between the pair of the entities, where one entity can verify the identity of the another entity. So that's why it is considered the entity kind of the authentication. So here the employee training, it is very important. So to prevent the attacks, so all those employees of the organizations may be considered the end users. They must have the some skill, and they must have the like a clear cut scenario. What is the deepfake? If at all that deepfake it is it is being there is the scope of the deepfake. So what could be the consequences of the deepfake, and and how we can prevent? So such kind of the training it is required. We need to talk about the rapid response plan also, if such attacks are because of social engineering attack it is being happened. So do we have the any action plan? So it is a kind of the risk management kind of the system. So risk management is if for any system there might be the some presence of risk. Risk it is originated because of the vulnerability present into the system. So where the deepfake kind of the things can be originated, and that will take the benefit of the system, and somebody can claim I'm the legitimate entity. So identity validations need to be done. So identity validation it is to be done with some kind of the authentication mechanisms, and then our system gets secure. So here, these are the very useful things. So we need to prevent the deepfake, and if at all because of the deepfake, some threats are originated. So the social engineering kind of the attack it is very common, and that is widely acceptable in case of the deepfake. Because of the deepfake, like a social engineering kind of the attacks that can be also originated. So if you talk about the basic task to secure the information, so whenever an organization wants to secure their information, because that they have some sensitive information, so they can uh, go with the some activities. So first they need to analyze their asset. So what they have. So asset it is what is the asset for the organization? It is the kind of the data available with them, because the data is very important in the digital world. We can have the some data, could be it could be in any form, and that is very much useful. So they need to have some test, or some kind of the procedure they need to follow to know the what possible vulnerabilities that could be considered, and that could be exploited in order to breach the security of the system. So vulnerabilities, it is all about the weakness. So what weakness is that? Because suppose we talk about as I mentioned about the authentication kind of the mechanism. So if I talk about the authentication, so what could be the vulnerabilities? If you talk about the password based authentication, so that is very much acceptable, and every platform you can see they realize the authentication of the platform, it is going to be realized based on the this sharing of the some sensitive information. It is nothing but the password. So the two entities that one can share the password to another, and then the second entity can verify the password based on the some procedure, and then the authentication it is to be done. So but in that case, the user has to share the some sensitive information, that is the password. So in the case of the single factor authentication. So if at all the password, the sensitive information is there, the password, because the message it is going to be intercepted by the somebody else. So then it is the case where the attacker can have the knowledge of the password, so can be able to log in. And this kind of the attack, it is known as the impersonation attack. So somebody can be pretended to be legitimate. So where the attacker is not live, but he can be pretended to be the legitimate. So there can be some vulnerability present into that system. So then if at all this kind of the authentication mechanism is vulnerable, so then we can go for the two-factor authentication. We can add one more factor. This is the OTP. Okay, so many if even though password based authentication it is there, so we have the some limitation of password based authentications, the key logging. Key logging is the kind of the procedure. So where what is the procedure? That is to record the keystrokes. So that means I can press the several keys as a part of my password string. So password it is the string is there as a part of the passwords. I can press the several keys and it can be recorded. So by the adversary, and who can be able to get the authentication because he's knowing the user ID and the password. So that is so this is the kind of the attack scenario. So that is so several vulnerabilities might be present. So we need to assess all those vulnerabilities and then we can move forward. So there can be the approach that is the bottom up approach. So where it can be started from the grassroots workers. They can come with some security solutions and they can suggest to their organization head. But sometimes the weakness is without approval from the top level of management, security schemes created by the grassroots workers has a small chance of the success. Okay. And the top down is that is there is a very good possibilities that this top down approach that is going to be successful because there is no restriction of the funding and there is the support from the head of the organization. So this kind of the approach it is applicable. So we want to secure the information. So we need to make sure all the protective measures are properly implemented and is intended to protect the information. As I mentioned, due to the deepfake, so it can pose some kind of the security threats. The deepfake can pose some security threats. As I mentioned initially, the kind of the social engineering, identity theft. So do we have some mechanisms to prevent all those attacks? So mechanisms or the measures. So if we talk about so the primary is if any user it is to be attached to the system, then authentication it is to be done. So the identity of the user need to be verified, and then only it is possible. Yes, you can be able to proceed further, and then authorization will take place. So authorization it is all about the access control. So identity management and everything that is very much useful if we talk about the entire cybersecurity kind of the environment. Okay, so we have the access control also. So that is the authorization. So here it will restrict the some of the access. So even though for any moment action it is initiated some action could be the part of the query, so that is being initiated by the user, so that is to be checked whether it is legitimate or not. So if you talk about the securing the information analogy, so there could be the one aspect of understanding the how we can secure the information. So if the two entities are the Alice and Bob, so Alice can place an object in a metal box and then locks it with the combinational lock left by the Bob. So Bob is the only person who can open the box since only he knows the combination. So number of the digits in the combinational lock, so that will give you the scope of the longer the key and the stronger the encryption. And if because of that, we can be able to increase the security of the entire system. So that is the one aspect of understanding the how information can be secured. So you might be knowing what are the security services, CIA, confidentiality, integrity, availability, but I'm not going to cover. So here I can talk about this part that may be useful to understand the sum of the threats, security threats against the CIA. So this is the normal communication between the two pair of the entities. One is the source, another destination. Here, one aspect of understanding the attack scenario is the interruption. So that is the denial of service. Sometimes the user is not able to get the some services because there is the scope of the interruption. Interception, it is the kind of attack that could be the passive because there is no modification of the data it is to be done, only just to the intercept the message and just to breach the confidentiality of the data. Here the modification the data it is modified, so integrity it is going to be compromised, and this is the fabrication also integrity is compromised. So that means so attacker it is having the full control of the sender, and because of that the overall the integrity it is going to be compromised. So IP spoofing is there. So here that could be the best example of this fabrication. So here attacker can modify the header. So source IP, modify the source IP in the header file, and then it is possible the query can be originated, but the response will reach to the victim only. Then victim will surprise, and I have not initiated any queries. Then how I'm getting the such response? That is the biggest concern where the fabrication can be. We can relate the fabrication. So if you talk about the securing the data, so there can be the several rails we can talk about the physical security, that means the products. Okay, then the people the personnel involved to train the involved for the handling of all those products, and there must be some procedure that will help the people to understand the products and use the all those products. So this is the mention over here. The procedure is the plan and policy established by the organization to ensure that the people correctly use the products. And this is all about the other things, the products and the peoples. So if we talk about the some of attackers profiles, so here we have the six possible categories. One is the hackers, crackers, script kiddies, spies, employees, cyber terrorists. So hackers and there can be the confusion between the hackers and crackers. But sometimes we understand both are same, but the hackers are ethically acceptable as long as they are not going to commit any theft to the data. So then that is the case of the hackers. So that's why sometimes we consider the ethical hackers. Okay, crackers their intention is very clear, so they can modify the data. There is because intention is very much clear, and that way they can be able to target the some machine and to attack the system. Script kiddies there can be the group of the this is the one group where we can relate with the attackers profiles. So kids are there, so if I give my mobile to my kids to then they can do anything with my mobile device because internet it is enabled, so they can be able to, there is the possibility they can download the sum of the viruses and it can be installed, and it definitely it is going to affect your my device. Spice is the that is a kind of the skilled people. They can be hired to target the particular machine, and the employees are they can originate the kind of internal threats. So internal threats can be originated by the employees because the frustrated employees because they we originate some of the threats to hamper the data of particular organization of that organization. Cyber terrorist is like a kind of the bigger domain where we talk about the entire aspect of the internet. So I'm not going to discuss all those in details, but so if we jump to the approaches to the provide the security, so we have some common approaches because the The title of this talk is the cybersecurity measures prevention and the detection. So we can talk about some of the security measures which are very much useful, and we try to relate with what possible what possible attacks that can be originated with the help of social engineering. And so here, if you see this one, we have the different possible approaches which can be we can try to understand all those. So first is the attack deterrence. Attack deterrence is a very common kind of the security measures, consider the security approach. Okay, so but in each and every case we can try to see the security mechanisms which can be utilized. So each and every security approaches, we can see the which kind of the security mechanisms that which kind of the security mechanism that can be utilized. So attack deterrence, just to prevent the negative consequences of the attack. So that means we can somehow announce if we do the attack, so there can be some penalty or something is there. Okay, you can be behind the jail for the many years. So that could be there. That is the part of the cyber law. So here, if we have the strong cyber law, so a strong cyber law is there. So we can, if we have the strong legal system or the cyber law, so then we can be able to have the scope of the attack deterrence. So because so many clauses might be there, and that will tell many things about the if how we can handle the such attacks. If attack it is happened, what could be done, and what could be the penalty or something else. So India, it has India also has the cyber law. So that is known as the IT Act 2000, and the time to time amendment it is done for the as and when it is required. And we also have the data privacy law, but it is not it has not been notified, but it was approved by the Parliament in 2023, and soon it can be notified. So attack prevention is there. So if I want to understand if what is the attack prevention, so that is attack prevention aims to prevent the attack by blocking it before the attack can reach to the target machine, because any of the attacker who can be able to originate some attack. Okay, so that is to be prevented. So best thing if I see the scope of the firewall, so it is going to analyze the packet. So inbound packet that is to be analyzed by the firewall, and if there is that any deviation, immediately it can be blocked. So here uh, uh, it is very difficult to prevent all the attacks. So this is because prevent the attack, the system requires the complete knowledge of all possible attacks, as well as the a complete knowledge of all the allowed normal activities. So we need to have a bigger system where if I want to develop the kind of the preventive measures, so that kind of the model or that kind of the method need to be trained with all possible kind of the signatures. So maybe the legitimate or non-legitimate, and then only you can be able to prevent attack, because signature is present. Then for that, the attack can be blocked. So if you see a ransomware kind of the one malware, so if it is originated to the system, the whole data can be compromised, and you will be not able to have the access of the data. So until you pay some ransom to the attacker. So in India, there is the research, the AI-based research it is going on. So, yes, how if at all this attack it is happened without paying the money, is there any scope to recover the data? That is very important, because the data gets encrypted. So we don't have that doesn't have the a scope of the key to decrypt the data. Attack deflection is there. So this is another security approach. So attack deflection, it is all about the tricking the attackers to perform the attack. And this is done by some tools that is known as the honeypots. So here attackers will be allowed to attackers will try to originate the attacks, and their signature can be captured using this honeypots, with the help of the honeypots, because just to trick the attackers to originate the attacks. Attack avoidance is there. So if just how to avoid the attacks. So if our data it is in the encrypted form, so even though the attacker is able to intercept the data, so will be not able to, who is not able to use the uh, data, because data is not usable because it is in the encrypted form. So they require some scope of the key, and to decode it, like to perform the decryption, then only it is possible, like one can understand the original contents of the information. So here the best example to avoid the what could be the security mechanism to implement the attack avoidance, that is the encryption. Attack detection is there. So if you see, like attack detection refers to the detecting attack while the attack is still in the progress, or to detect an attack which has already occurred in the past. So in the two aspects, like we can be able to implement the attack detection. So where one case is the still it is under the progress, or it has been already occurred in the past. So detecting the attack is very significant. So we can be able to deploy the IDS at the host node or the network level, so in order to detect some of the attacks. So attack reaction and the recovery is there. So because you should have some response mechanism. So if at all attack is detected, so what could be the response? What could be the response generated by the system? It can be possible the particular user who has originated the attack can be blocked for the longer period of the time. It is possible, and that kind of the action can be implemented. So here, but the detection of this all the attacks which are originated because of deepfakes, that can be also the one aspect of the cybersecurity domain. Because of the deepfake, what are the because the deepfake can pose some of the attacks which can be originated. So that is to be detected. But here we talk about this IDS detection of attacks at the network level. So that's why it is could be considered an IDS. But this NIDS, it is not applicable to detect the attacks which are going to be posed by the deepfakes. But we can think about yes. So several approaches are there. But how we can detect the deepfakes, images, video, or the audio. So we have the several components of IDS. One is the data preprocessor. We need to have some collection of data in one schema, and we should be very much clear what are the fields. Then the analyzer, we have the intruder detection, so it can be possible we can take the help of some machine learning techniques, and the response engine that is also the response engine controls the reaction mechanisms and determines how to respond when the analyzer detects the attack. So, but if I implemented the IDS kind of the system, so intrusion detection system, so the performance of the system need to be analyzed. So these are some useful parameters which can be considered. So here it could be the accuracy. The accuracy, it is all about the proportion of the total number of the predictions that were correct. So what are the because these are the part of the confusion, the true positive, true negative are the correct predictions. And out of the total number of predictions, so this will become the accuracy. So if our system is dealing with the two class problem, so number of classes uh, are two, it may be we can have the Boolean representation. So the one class level is 0, another is the 1, and it has some set of the examples. Okay, so 1,000 examples if we have the 10,000 examples. So if the model, it is going to predict everything to be the class 0, but we know like the 0 class samples are 9,990. One class sample is the like only 10, but the model it is predicting everything to the 0, the accuracy becomes 99.9. It is not the 100%, but the closer to the 100%. So here the accuracy can be misleading because the model does not detect any class 1 example. Okay, because in the data set we have the data related with the both classes, class 0 and the class 1, but the model is not detecting any of the samples that belongs to the class 1. So that's why the accuracy it is going to be misleading. Then the precision and the recall is there. So uh, the recall, it is all about the proportion of positive cases that were correctly identified. So here the true positive, it is known as the true positive, that is the recall. It is all about the TP divided by TP plus Fn. So this can be understood like if I supply the 100 kind of malicious actions to the ideas, and out of 100 it is it is raising the alarm for the 70, then it becomes the 70%, that is known as the true positive. So this is the TP, it is the 70, and the Fn is like a false negative is the 30, because for the 30% of the cases it is not raising the alarm, so it becomes so it is known to everybody else like because these are some parameters to validate the performance of the model. Then we talk about the precision. So it is the proportion of the predicted positive cases that were correct. So because the system is reporting the too many positive cases, but it is very much important to know out of all positive cases, how many positive cases are correct. How many positive cases are correct. That is very, very important. We should be knowing if system has raised the alarm for the 100 number of transactions, out of that which are true, which are actually the positive, because if some of them are not positive, even though it is raising the alarm, so that is to be considered, and that is important to know about all those numbers. So that's why it is the proportion of predicted positive as that were correct. So here the TP divided false positive and the true positive. So false positive, it is the case the action is not malicious, but it is reported as a malicious by the machine. That is the false positive. So we have some of the, because these two cases, false positive, true positive, it is actual case of the positive cases, but out of those positives, some of are the correct positive, and some of them are not the correct positive, that is the false positive. So here, if we have this table, so that is based on the confusion matrix. So we have some predicted class and the true class. The predicted class is that if total number of the samples are there, 380 plus 10 plus 70 plus 440, it becomes 500. So if system is supplied with the 500 new kind of the actions, so in that case, uh, what is the performance and what is the overall performance of that kind of the classifier. So that is important to note down. So we need to calculate the precision and the recall, and then we can estimate all those values to understand the performance of the system. So that is same thing. And so here we talk about some access controls to prevent the kind of the attacks might be originated by the deepfake also. So here because the deepfake can pose some of the security attacks, and the security attack, it is commonly it is known as I mentioned about the social engineering. So social engineering attack, it can be posed by this deepfake. Okay. So it is a security as a social engineering attack. It is as I told you, it is a kind of attack that is considered the psychological manipulation of the people in order to originate some of the actions, and some kind of the malicious actions. If you take the example of financial fraud, so here we used to receive the some of the messages. Okay, so some of the messages we used to receive, yes, there is a lottery system. If you click on this, you can get the some more money or some good amount of the money. So once we click on that link, so that means we need to be connected with the attackers, and our data could be compromised. And because we are connected with the attackers, they are able to get the some sensitive information. They are able to steal the some sensitive information and sensitive information or some personal information, and they may take the benefit of all those information in future. So access controls, as I mentioned, it is all about the restricting the access. So as you know, there could be the case of uh, if I want to have the access of my cabin or the any of the lab, not a cabin, maybe like any of the lab. So, or any of the other place where the some confidential things are being placed. So there can be the some security lock. So we might have been given with the card. At our card, it is enabled or it is programmed with the our ID. So we must have some idea with that our card it is being programmed. So once we swipe we can be allowed to enter in the room. So here, so if you talk about the four parts of the access control, so that is the first is the identification. So if a group of the people or group of employees are there in a one organization, so it is there is the possibility the head of organization can identify the one person to represent that organization outside the India or at some forum. So here, that identification that is who is asking to access the asset. That means because that person it is identified and he is going to have the access of the some resources. Okay, so for that accessing the asset or the resources, the authentication need to be done. So that's why the authentication it is required. And once a user has been authenticated, so user has been authenticated. So then the next is the authorization. So authentication it is the best thing to prevent the kind of the some social engineering attacks that might be originated because of this that might be originated because of this defects. So as I mentioned, we can go for the if I want to strengthen the security of my authentication, I can go for the multi-factor authentication. So in the multi-factor authentication, it can be possible we can eliminate the scope of the some of the attacks. So then authorization, it is all about the access control where we can talk. So what exactly can the requesters access and what can do they do, but the accountability is the another components of access control. So that means if we talk about the administrator who is responsible, who is accountable for the implementation of that system, so he is very much aware about all those policies. The policy it is it is designed for every users in such a way that is going to be useful to validate the request. So okay, so that is the if a request is validated, the user is allowed, user is granted to have the access of the resources. So the all these preceding four components of access control further can be divided into parts. One is the policy definition phase, another is the policy enforcement. So we need to define the policies for all those permissions or actions, and then policies are being stored in a system. And then we need to talk about the policy enforcement phase. So that is that phase is very, very important. The identification, authentication, authorization, execution, and the accountability processes operate in this phase. So all these are going to be considered in this phase only, the policy information to grant or reject the request for access based on the authorizations defined in the first page, because the first page it is all about the talking about this kind of the privilege, that kind of the policies of the privilege. So, like access control generally fall into the two categories. The one is the physical access control and the logical access. So physical. So we talk about the like the logical physical access control. As I told you, like uh, giving the ignition to the key. If you do believe like the one key of the car, it is useful for the another car. It is not possible. Like every car has the unique key. So in that case, like the some access of all those physical devices or physical objects can be granted based on the like some permission. Here we talk about the logical access control. That means we want to access the some data. So data, it is very important. So that is the data, it is in the digital form. And then for that, like we need to implement the some kind of access control mechanisms. So this is all physical. So, but the logical access control, the good example is the considering the scenario of the human resource manager, who is able to who is uh, able to access the sensitive information of the employees. So here. The base thing is like the first thing is the deciding the which users can log into a system. The HR employees maybe the only employee who are allowed to reach the sensitive information is stored on the HR server. So he is able to be get all those information. For that, like the authorization need to be done. Then the monitoring what the users does in that system, it is very important because if that person it is granted uh, for the access, yes, there is no issue. But the whether he is able to have the access of entire resources or the some part of the resources, that is the if we talk about the like the data that is stored at the server side in a one schema, like it has the several fields. So out of the like whether he is able to have the access of all those fields or the like the sum of them only. So that is very, and the retraining is the very, and the influencing the user's behavior on the system, that is very important because that HR employee who is able to have the access of the data, there is no issue. But the access of the data sometimes it is done once in a week, twice in a month, or thrice in a month, but not frequent. That is not frequent. So in that case, if the behavior of the user, it is also it is going to be monitored, and we can deploy the some AI based tools, and that is that can notice that can tell us about the like the behavior of the users. So sometimes like that access is frequent, then this access can be blocked, and if it is blocked, so then that action need to be notified to the system administrator, and the system administrator like can take the some action. Okay, and if like that HR employee it is reporting to the system, yes, like I did the I performed all those actions because those actions were legitimate. Okay, there is no issue. All those actions were legitimate. So then there can be the change in the setting, and then if such actions are frequent, so then it is possible like the system will not object for all those actions, and the users will be allowed to have the access of the data. So this is very important. So how to enforce the access control? As I told you, like we have for entire system of the access control, we have the two major phases. One phase is the policy definition phase. Another is the policy enforcement phase. So here the subject is the user, object is the resource. So subject means the user can originate the query to have the access of the resources, that is the object. So here reference monitor is there, and another thing is the like a security kernel database, that is the that is known as access control list, and there is the audit log. So whenever the user is generating the query, that query is being intercepted by the reference monitor. Okay, reference monitor will intercept the query based on the available attributes or the information to the query. It will be possible like the reference monitor will match with the stored policy, because the ACL is known as the access control list that will store the all possible policies so far considered for the implementation of that system. So in that way, ACL it is storing all those permissions, uh, all those access policies, and then the reference monitor will intercept the query. It is oriented by the subject and match with the access the stored policies. If it is matching is successful, then the resource it is granted to that user, and the resource is granted to the user, and then system will create the log, and this is stored to the like a log file. So for that like that successful attempt, the system will create the log, and that is stored at the log file. So this is all about the enforcing the access control. But the previous phase is like the policy definition, so where the policies that can be defined and it can be stored as a part of this access control list. So here, the another four components are there. If we talk about that, these are the four central components of the access control. So users, that is the subjects. So resources are the objects. Actions like other kind of the permissions or a kind of the actions can be originated by the users. Maybe the read, write, update, execute, and the relationship. It is all about the establishing the relation between the users and the resources with the help of the possible actions. So all these actions will be helpful to establish the relation between the users and them, because with the help of the read, user is able to read the resources. So that kind of the relation that can be established using all those permissions or actions. So here the authorization policies are like the first step towards the controlling access is to create the policy, as I told you, that defines the authorization rules, and it can be stored as the part of the access control list, and that will be helpful to validate the user's query, and then the user can be granted to access the resources. So if you see like these are some formal models of access control. DAC is known as the disciplinary access control. Disciplinary access control, it is like the DAC. MAC is the mandatory access control. RBAC is the role-based access control. ABAC is the attribute-based access control. So DAC is has some flexibility here. As you know, as I discussed, there is the relationship between the users and the objects, subjects and the objects, okay, and that is to be done with the help of some actions. Set up the actions, maybe the kind of a read, a write, execute, update, or these are the possible actions. So DAC is has some flexibility where the permission from one subject can be transferred to the another subject. So what are those permissions? Like the read, write, or the permissions. So that is can be transferred from. So good example of the DAC kind of the access control is like a Google Sheet, where I can share the sheet with my colleague, and with the some permission can view or the can edit. So in that way, like a DAC has some flexibility to transfer the permission from the one subject to the another subject. And if you see about the this kind of the security aspect, or security of what kind of a security aspect it is considered, where we talk about the security classification or the consider the data class, because we have the several resources, several data is there. So how they are classified? So if you talk about the two classes, one is the confidential, another is the private, might be, but considering the level of integrity of the users can be like highly trusted, moderately trusted, slightly trusted, non-trusted. There can be the different security classification. There can be some different security classification. All these security classifications must follow some standard. If there is no standard for all the security classification, then there is the problem. And the problem might be, I can give you the one example. If one person is leaving the company and going to join the new company. Okay, in the particular company, if there is no consideration of the security classification, so then that company, so whatever the data of this employee is there, that is considered as the private data. Okay, so it is leveled with the private. So if I consider the two security classic, private and the confidential, but he is moving to the another company, but there is the again the two this classification, security classification, one the confidential and the private. But once data is migrated from that organization to the current company, so it is believed the data as per the security classification, data it should be mapped to the confidential. But earlier it was private, now it is the confidential, then there can be the mismatch. So to avoid the such mismatch, we should follow the some security classification standard, and then we can be able to prevent all those kind of the mismatch. Okay, because earlier the data was mapped to the private as a security classification, but now it is mapped to the confidential. But the private and confidential are the two categories which are having the two different aspect. Okay, so here MAC is there. So if you see the MAC is the mandatory access control. So here we can consider the scope of the security classification. But the DAC, as I told you, it has some flexibility. So permission from one subject can be transferred to the another subject. Okay, but the MAC, it is more rigid, and how it is defined. So this is widely accepted by the military. Okay, defense organization. So where we can see the MAC, there is no possibility of transferring the permission from one subject to the another subject. So here, so there is the scope of the some security classification. Okay, so if I consider the trusted, highly trusted and non-trusted, that is the two security classification. So do you believe the permission from the uh, uh, untrusted can be transferred to the highly trusted? No, highly trusted, because the untrusted there is the case untrusted uh, users cannot be allowed to amend the kind of the highly trusted documents. So that's why in that case there is no scope of transferring the permission from the one subject to the another subject. Hope you might be able to understand the MAC. So there is the kind of the some restriction. RBAC is the kind of the mechanism, so that is very much acceptable, and this is the very much popular kind of the access control, that is known as the roles. So different roles are defined, the system administrator, database administrator. So the same role can be assigned to the multiple network administrator or something else, or the same role can be assigned to the group of the people. So this kind of the access control, it is widely acceptable, and the role-based access control, it has the fixed policy, the query and the not fixed, it has the static kind of the information in the query. Sorry, static information. What are the static information? That kind of the presence of static attributes. Okay, if I take the one example, if a user is the teacher, belongs to the CSE department and belongs to the CSE department, and teaching the following subjects, can edit the resource, can read and write the resource R1. R1 is the resource. Okay, so here you can see that we have the several attributes. The teacher is the attribute. Okay, CSE department is the attributes. Okay, and the particular subject name is the kind of the attributes. Okay, so these are the static attributes which are present as a part of the RBSC. But ABSC, you can see it is more kind of the secure, it is more secure as compared to RBSC, so where we can improve the security of authorization model by incorporating the sum of the dynamic kind of the attributes. Maybe like the case where we can talk about the time. That time is the one attributes, location it is the another attribute. So which are the kind considered as the dynamic attributes. So as a part of the query, along with the some static attributes or static factors, we can consider the some dynamic factors also. So then it can it can be possible, it can control the access in more perfectly, and that may be possible. Like ABSC is a kind of access control. It is much secure as compared to the RBSC. But other models are there which are based on the work of Biba and the Bell-LaPadula models. And these models describe the use of the access controls and permissions to protect the confidentiality and the integrity. So that means, so we can see like the which model can protect the confidentiality of the data, which model it is going to protect the integrity of the data. So this is role already discussed. But the BIVA and the LaPadula model, the Bell-LaPadula model, you can see. So BIVA is the model focused on the integrity. So it is able to protect the integrity. But the Bell model, it is focused on the confidentiality of the data. So it can protect the confidentiality. So these models describe the information flow between the different subject and objects. So we have like other several subjects and objects, and they can be they can have the some certain communications. So just a model will describe the information flow between the, so how, what kind of the information flow might be there between the different subject and the objects. So here, as I mentioned, BY, it is a model, security model, that is access control model focused on the integrity, but the Bell is like a focus on the confidentiality, protecting the confidentiality of the data. So as I mentioned, the Bell is all about confidentiality, protecting confidentiality. So this model was introduced by the US Defense Department in in 70s to protect the classified information. So we can see the what are the classified, as I mentioned, it is all about the security classification. Don't try to confuse with the other class kind of the classification, the security classification. So in one organization, so we can have the like this kind of the classification where the for one category is the top secret, secret, confidential, and unclassified. So we have the like these kind of the classification. So depending on the organization, the security clearance levels and the security classification might be called the differently, might be called differently, because the the what is the security clearance. So clearance is like so we should have the like some clearance, so to have the access of the system. If I go abroad, like I should have the some security clearance, like and that would be possible, like I should have the like a valid passport and the visa, then it can be possible like we can have the security clearance. So like this, like for the system also there must be some security clearance, and that is part of like this some validation. Your access need to be validated. So, okay, then it can be granted, otherwise it can be denied. So then we talk about the security classification, and or data can be classified. So some data can be considered the top secret data, others can be considered secret, confidential, and unclassified. So this kind of the classification we can consider in a Bell-LaPadula model. So there are the two major rules. One is the no write down. That means subjects are not allowed to write objects that have the lower security clearance. So that we can try to understand with the help of the diagram, I can tell you. But in other words, we can say the top secret agent is not allowed to write or amend an unclassified, confidential, or the secret documents. So that means that's why it is not no write down. So that means no write down means top secret users are not able to amend the confidential, secret, or unclassified documents. So no write down is there. Okay. Second thing is like the second rule, it becomes a no read up. So that is mentioned at the no read up. So no read up means, so it means like the subjects are not allowed to read the objects that have the higher security clearance. So that means unclassified users cannot be allowed to read the confidential documents, secret documents, top secret, because this kind of the model, it was developed to protect the confidentiality of the data, to protect the confidentiality of the. Looking to that, no read up it is being implemented. So that means the unclassified users are not able to read the confidential, secret as well as the top secret data. Okay. Then the BIBA, so BIBA is like a somehow we have the like a different classification. So because the BIBA model, it is used to, it was implemented to protect the integrity of the data. So looking to the integrity, so whatever the security classification we have seen in the Bell-LaPadula model, that is going to be replaced by the labels of the integrity. That is going to be, so all those classifications of the Bell-LaPadula model are going to be replaced with the levels of the integrity. So here we can use the levels of integrity. While considering the levels of integrity, we can make use of highly trusted, trusted, slightly trusted, untrusted. So these are the like a kind of the like a security classification. These are the kind of the security classification being considered as a like a levels of integrity, because this BIBA model, it was implemented to protect the integrity of the data, protect the integrity. Okay, so looking to that, what about the security classification so far we considered in the Bell law protocol, that can be replaced with the levels of integrity kind of the security. So here the highly trusted, trusted, slightly trusted, and untrusted. So we have seen the no write down and the no read up in case of the Bell law protocol model. So in this BIBA model, no write down, it is replaced with the no write up. Okay. And the no read up, it is replaced with the no read down. Okay. So here the subjects can only read the object with an equal or high level of the integrity. So if we talk about integrity of the data, it is compromised. We know like a confidentiality will be compromised. Yes. Because if the message, it is going to be intercepted by the attacker, so we can be able to intercept the message and try to decrypt the message. And once it is decrypted, then the entire message can be modified. So that means once it is decrypted, that means the confidentiality of the data, it is compromised, because the attacker is going to know the actual contents of the data, So then the confidence, so then once confidentiality is compromised, because attacker is able to perform the successful decryption, and then this modification of the data, it is to be done, then integrity gets compromised. So looking to this model, so that means the BIBA model. So that's why the levels of integrity are considered to define some security classification. So highly trusted, trusted, slightly trusted, untrusted. And this way, if you see this diagram, so here highly trusted users are there, trusted users are there, slightly trusted, untrusted. So because this model, it was developed to protect the integrity, so in here, so so here we can see untrusted users are not able to amend the slightly trusted documents, and the highly trusted documents. Okay, looking to the integrity, because so then the untrusted users are not able to amend the slightly trusted, and the highly trusted documents. Okay, so and but untrusted users are able to read the slightly trusted documents, trusted, and the highly trusted documents. Here if you see the highly trusted users will be able to amend the trusted documents, slightly trusted documents, but the highly trusted users are not able to read the trusted documents, slightly trusted, and the untrusted, and that is the meaning behind the this adoption of the Viva model because it is able to protect the integrity. So this is all about the summary of the both kind of the models and thanks. And what I try to cover, let me summarize. I've started with this discussing the scope of the deepfakes, and if at all there is the scope of the deepfakes, so it can pose the some of the security attacks. So I try to tell you there can be the this social engineering aspect. So which can be social engineering attack? It is the one kind of the attack that can be posed by the deepfakes. With the help of the defects, and it can be possible, it can originate the several attacks, and which can where the data can be compromised. But looking to the adoption of the some security measures, one aspect it is to be considered to prevent the such attacks, that is to go for the some multi-factor authentication. So if I go for the multi-factor authentication, so all those attacks can be prevented, which might be originated because of the social engineering attacks. Okay. And the main aspect is the people should be aware, and that should be some kind of the skilled courses or the skilled kind of the training need to be provided to the users. They must be aware what is the deep fake. If at all there is the scope of the deep fake, so then how we can handle the all those aspects. So here I try to cover the some aspect of the security measures, considering the attack, some security approach considering the attack deterrence, attack prevention, detection, and attack avoidance, all those aspects. And we try to cover the some kind of the attackers profiles, which are also useful. We should be able to know if this is the attack, it belongs to the which category, because there can be the different profiles of the might be there, which can be related with the different uh, uh, level of the attackers. Okay, so here it is important to know. And lastly, I try to cover this access control, that is very important, so which can prevent some kind of the identity theft, or some kind of the some kind of attacks which can cause the stealing of the data, because the authorization, it is the one aspect of doing the part of the entire cybersecurity system. So thank you very much. So this is for I'm going to conclude. I'm audible?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Very informative
Yes.
session, sir. Thank you very much.
If any query is there, most welcome,
Yes,
everyone.
either they can write me at my email address, so maybe possible I can respond. I can write my email address here.
And everybody have to fill up the feedback link also. Always take care about that. So
Thank you very much, sir.
Any questions?
it was very useful session, I think, because in deepfake, most of the important thing is
Hello?
the security.
Sir,
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I had a question related to JW authentication.
Your
I
voice
have
is
heard
not.
somewhere about this.
Your voice
Yes,
is not clear.
Sir, it's a JWT authentication.
JWT.
Your voice is not clear.
So it is JWT
I'll write.
authentication. He's asking for JWT authentication.
Yes, sir.
So that is the token-based authentication. So if you see, it could be the part of the two-factor authentication. That is the some hardware device might be the which can generate the some token, and that token can be the associated with your password, and then authentication can be done.
Okay, thank you, sir.
but always there is the scope of the multi-factor authentication, which is very much promising. And the one working group was set up by the ministry, and they are preparing some kind of the standard for the multi-factor authentication. That is very much required. Looking to the all those aspects of the deepfake or the many other possibilities of the attack.
Sir, is it possible to open your camera now? I request
Just
everyone.
because yes.
I request everyone to open the camera for a nice photograph with sir. It's one of the opportunity when we are with our experts in the virtual scenario. So let's have a photograph. Alka Privi, I think you can take the screenshots.
Sure, sir.
आप देख लीजिए कौन सी वाली रखें बड़ी साबुत साबुत वाली नीचे जमा दो बड़ी बड़ी वाली ऊपर जमा ऊपर रख दूंगा
Is it done?
Sir, it's going on.
Is it done or?
Privi, Alka, is it done?
Yes, sir. The
Yes, sir.
screenshots have been taken. We can wind up the session now.
Okay, so thank you very much, sir, for your time, and thanks to all the participants for attending the FDP. So tomorrow we will again join for next session. Anything else have to be delivered, Dr. Pandey or anybody else?
No, sir. It's we shall wind up. No, session is over.
So again, thank you very much. I'm very much thankful to the organizers for inviting me. And what is the major aspect of the ATAL FDP, because this kind of the FDP, it is being organized in the different considering the different aspect of the different topics of cybersecurity domains. So this deepfake, the topic it is selected by the organizers are very much useful. So I believe that at the end of the session, the users will get some important things which can be useful for them. So thank you very much. Can I leave the meeting or?
Sure, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your time and everything. Thanks
Okay.
all.
Thank you, sir.
We can.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye, sir. Bye to everyone.
Please, all the participants, please fill the feedback form for this session. Oh, Shukla ji, shall we leave the meeting?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Good night, everyone.